Well, it's Friday evening and it's been a very busy week with lots of events happening, everything from the wild dogs and the cheetah to the ranger race, which ended in part tonight. Of course, we're going to have to still figure out how to sort that draw out without batting eyelids, I guess. And we've got some guests to talk to tonight. Mark having a laugh behind the camera there, Pitt in final control, and Mandla. We've known each other for a while now, but it really is a pleasure to have you with Wild Earth and around the fire.
Thank you, Peter.
As many of you might have heard Mandla's name, Mandla's from Bush Lodge, and he's going to tell us a bit more about himself tonight. Many of you actually know him already from Facebook, but also tell us a bit more about Bush Lodge. Which, Mandla, to start with, how long have you been working at Bush Lodge now?
Yeah, I've been in Bush Lodge for 3.5 years now, and it's been a fantastic years for me.
Yeah.
And I love it so much.
It is a lovely place. Bush Lodge really has got
very beautiful.
It's got the heart of a family to it, which is obviously.
Exactly.
You get a lot that guests pick up on that as well, that they also enjoy the really warm family feeling of the place.
Yeah, honestly, we have quite a lot of guests which loves Bush Lodge. It's a very family-friendly environment, and people are just happy about the place. It's so beautiful, and yeah, get to see the game while you're sitting there in front of the lodge, which is amazing.
Yeah, even sometimes in the lodge.
Yeah.
I mean, I know of stories of Three Spot the leopard that used to be there, and lions still, and it's very much a bush lodge.
Yeah. In
the bush itself. Mandla, just a little bit about yourself first. We spoke a little bit earlier about a few things, but you're from this area. I mean, you grew up not so far from here.
No, that's true. Yeah, I've grown up in Seville B, which is the last 3 villages when you drive into Garrigate, and I've been I've grown up there for many years, and I know what a bush is like, so it's been amazing to be out in the bush for me. That's why it was just easy for me to choose this place, because I know what a bush is all about.
Yeah. I mean, just to quickly give a bit of a sort of a geographical idea for people. A lot of people know about Joel, obviously, because he's been around a few times, and in fact I hope to have Joel around the fire one night to have a chat with him as well. But Seville is right next to Utah, so it's only in a straight line 10 kilometers, not even 8 kilometers probably, so it's very close to you.
Yeah.
And Mandla, you said, who was the first person, I mean, you mentioned briefly earlier, who was the first connection you had sort of hearing about Juma and to get in here? Tell me a little bit how you ended up at Juma.
Yeah, actually I knew Rexon from when I was a little boy, and then he worked here at Juma for a number of years, and then from there I approached him, which was quite very easy for me, and then he suggested that I should actually contact Juma and see whether they had some place for students to actually take on some opportunities that might be around. And then I was still studying by that moment, and just tried Yuri, and then from there he told me that okay, you can come up, and then I found myself in the bush after a few weeks. I was doing some practical work, which was quite amazing, and then I went back to Johannesburg, and then in 6 months time got an opportunity to come and stay in the bush for good, which was amazing.
Fantastic. Did you always hope or always plan to end up in the hospitality industry or in the sort of lodge industry?
Actually, when the time when I was a student, I've actually went to some destinations which was more about lodge environment, and then from there that actually inspired me to actually study tourism. And then from there the bush was there, but tourism is a complex industry. But I wanted to start from the bush, which is the right place to be as well.
Yeah, I certainly think so, especially with being from the area. I mean, obviously it's a big benefit for you also, like with Rexon and so on, is living in the area, so your family and your friends are all close by.
Yeah.
Which brings us to a little question, Mandla, and I know a few people noticed on Facebook about this, and we're not going to go into long detail about it now, but you had a bit of an interesting night last night, huh?
Yeah.
You woke up strangely,
and I couldn't believe it. It was just a night that was amazing, and I couldn't believe that it was me. The situation was just bad.
Was it a bit spooky almost?
Yeah, spooky, because when you're asleep you don't get to actually find exactly what it is, but later on I found out that okay, this is the situation, and I was just I didn't get to understand what was going on, but I was fine just after when I got back to Juma, and I started to actually create some fun about it, which was nice. I didn't
But basically, you woke up in the middle of the night after having closed all your doors in the house. And this is, I mean, when I read it at first, I thought it was at the lodge, which was even weirder. But out in the village, and you closed all the doors and everything, and went to sleep, and then woke up deep in the night, and there was a dog sleeping next to your bed.
Yes.
Did you think a little bit maybe there's like some, I don't know what the right word is, some funny muti behind it or something strange?
Not really, but the first 5 minutes after when the dog went off of the room, I thought too much about some valoi, which is witchcraft.
Yeah, like magic or...
Yeah, like magic, but I actually just ignored it. And what I found out is that one of my relatives' dog is quite very used to, to stay with them in the house. And then when I found out later on, just after a few hours, I found out that was my relative's dog, which is used to, being in the house.
Being in the house, yeah. So it was just like, oh well, Mandla's relative of my relative, so I'll be fine.
But for me, it was quite very strange because I never had a house in my bedroom. The dog in my bedroom, but it was just amazing to have it. I didn't actually believe it. Yeah, his name is Bobby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bobby, interesting name. At least it wasn't a leopard or a lion or an elephant in your room. I mean, that could have been even stranger.
Yeah. Much more stranger.
Basically what I want to try and get over the next few weeks and months and years even is to give people more and more of an idea of what it's like to stay at lodges, various lodges over time even. What is your role or what do you do at Bush Lodge?
Actually, at Bush Lodge I do guest relations, and then but I'm basically working as a restaurant manager for Juma Bush Lodge.
If it was a title, but I mean in a lodge it's such a, there's so many aspects to it.
Exactly, to do. So I love it very much. It's just amazing, and I'm finding myself, I'm actually trying to put myself and make sure that I enjoy this job. It's very interesting to work as a restaurant manager.
I can imagine, yeah.
Yes, you get to do your things. It's easy to create some kind of things that the guests would love. So
the whole atmosphere and the whole ambience is a big part of what you do.
Yeah.
And that's certainly one of the things when we met the first time. When I used to guide you, you came here since I'd left here from guiding, so we only met once I came here later on. But you've got a very outgoing, very easygoing personality, which obviously is important, like you said. It's not just like a restaurant in the city. I mean, a lodge is like a big home. So you interact with guests on all levels, all times of the day, people from all over. So there's a lot of interaction and social work, if you want, to what you do.
Yeah.
But you enjoy it, obviously, which is
very much.
Yeah.
Very much. And I would say Bush Lodge has been a place for me to actually develop, and I've developed under different people. I would say everybody has been contributing to develop me.
Yeah.
So I'd like to thank everybody at Bush Lodge.
No, but for sure, and I can tell you as well, Mala, just from what I've heard around, that you've also played a big role in Bush Lodge and adding your personality into it, which is what a lodge is about. All lodges, and I've been to lots of lodges, and I'm sure you've seen many as well.
Yeah.
Is all lodges have got different personalities, just like people. Not one lodge is the same as the other one when you get there. Some are a bit more friendly, and some are a bit more jokey, and some are a bit more serious, and some are a bit more family. And Bush Lodge certainly has got that really honest, open warmth to it. You walk in there and you feel relaxed. You feel like you can put your feet on the table, and you can if you want more ice in your drink, you don't feel bad about asking because people are very open.
Just a laid back and easy environment. Yeah.
What is a typical? We're going to show you a little bit of one of these pieces in a bit, but what is a typical day? So let's walk us through a normal day for a guest. From what time do you guys wake up at the moment?
Yeah, the guest gets a very friendly wake up call from our room ladies at around 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, Joyce, Bongi, and Evelina. Yeah, they're fantastic. And then straight away from 6 o'clock, you will have a very warm wake up call. And then from there...
So bring them rusks and coffee and things, or is that in the rooms now?
Now, some tea and a coffee, it's actually down at the main building. That's prepared upstairs.
Yeah.
And then from there, the guests will have to move from their rooms, well prepared, have some tea and coffee, rusks, fruits, some refreshing juice in the morning, coffee, and then from there, they're going to head out. So in that way, the morning drive starts.
And off they go, all ready and dressed up and